G'day guys, welcome back to the lab. Sorry, it's been a while since the last update. I've been head down, bum up. I've got quite a few things going on. I haven't really put the effort in to follow things through with video to make a decent story to watch, a decent video. But it's Friday Arvo, I haven't put something up for you for a little while. So I'll just run through the basic progress that we've made on both the Gloria and let's call it a mystery project. So those of you who follow us on Facebook, you will see a couple of pictures, but I'll go into a bit of detail as to what we've been up to with that. So the Gloria on its feet. Woohoo! Made it off the hoist actually, and completely out of the workshop for the first time. I think it must be nearly 10 months. So unfortunately we've run into the Christmas break where there's 3 weeks where you can't get any materials easily. You can get parts, but not so much metal and aluminium and things like that. And then of course there's the COVID-19 lockdown. It was a whole month where we couldn't get much at all. Managed to get a couple of little bits and pieces here and there, but nothing significant. So yeah, anyway, engine and gearbox are out, exhaust is off. Whole heap of stuff's taken off from underneath the car. Most of the paint's completely stripped from underneath the car to ensure we've got actually a good chassis under there, and unfortunately we don't. The chassis rails need some repair work, so we've got a certifier coming to have a look at the car very shortly to give us some pointers on what we're allowed to do and what we're not allowed to do, and what their opinion is on the best thing to do with what we've got. As you can see, there's paint removed from the firewall here. If you look closely, you'll see there was a hole in the firewall right in the middle of your screen there. That's now gone, and there was another one just above that. That's gone. There's a few of those here, there, and everywhere across the firewall. I don't know. It's an old car. It's a 69. I don't know. People like putting holes in firewalls and poking hoses and stuff through for gauges, etc. And this car seemed to have an abundance of such things. Many of them. So I've removed most. There's a couple over here for the handbrake cable and the speedo cable that they can go. I'm just going to double check on a few other things before they get deleted. There was a throttle shaft that goes through that hole right in the middle of the screen next to the brake booster there. So there's a mechanism on the inside of the firewall, and it all gets converted to a shaft, and it comes out into the engine bay, and then it ran across and went onto those triple carbs that are now long gone. So there's a hole to fill there as well. Bit hard to sneak through to the other side of the car. I've just remembered there is some progress to show you on the inside here. So the trans tunnel's been completely seam welded, shall we call it. You can see the back side of the welding there. So it was stitch welded on the inside. It's been seam welded 100% all the way around on the inside now. Oh, and the doom and gloom over here somewhere. Oh, it's a bit hard to see. The light's not very good. There is a third pedal in there now, believe it or not. So we've got our drive-by-wire pedal all sorted out. This will be easier to see. Heater box has been out, been reconditioned, painted all the flaps and everything inside there, put some bigger pipes, bigger fittings on it to suit the heater sizes that we've got, heater hose sizes that we've got on the VK56 compared to what the L6 motor was. I've put some mounts in here. There's a plywood panel that goes over the top of those mounts, the same as what they do with the 300ZXs and a couple of other Nissans. And I've built the mount for the Link Extreme ECU and the relays and stuff here, and plenty of room for more relays down here if I want to put some more on there. You can see the back side of where I've filled in a couple of those holes. There was a massive hole down here somewhere. Actually, it's under that now. It's been patched up, sorted out. So quite a lot happening on this. Clunk many time on that. And then there's this one here. This is our mystery project that we acquired thanks to Synco Customs. So the deal was Synco sold the guy who owns the car at least the manifold that's hiding underneath there is a Synco top mount SR20 DET manifold, so they sold him that. I'm not sure about the turbo. It may or may not have come from them. I don't know. They don't sell turbos anymore, as I understand it. Guy owned the car. He pulled it to pieces to do all the work. Had to go away for work and stuff. And his dad's like, "Oh, let's get the car put back together for him for his birthday." So that was pretty awesome. They contacted Synco and said, "Hey, can you do this?" And those guys were a bit busy, so they passed it on to us, which is quite good. We'll take that as a compliment, and we appreciate it. Like, it's really cool to get some top quality workmanship guys like them passing work on in our direction, because they wouldn't do that if they thought we'd do a junk job, because it would be bad for their business, right? Because they recommended me. So pretty chuffed about that, actually, just quietly. But anyway, what we've done is we've walked over, excuse the mess, and I'll get this torch, ta-da, because that'll make it easier to see a couple of things down here. There we go. Look, it's all lit up like Christmas now. So I've made that custom downpipe completely from scratch. That's a 2.5-inch stainless steel. We could have run 3-inch. I don't think there's any need for it, and it actually just makes it a bit hard to fit everything in there, and you end up with a tighter radius at the top here, and it's not really worth it in the end. So it's 2.5-inch all the way down to just below where we can see with the light there. There's a Turbo Smart 45mm version 5 wastegate there. So there's a 45mm pipe that comes around from there, tucks into that downpipe just under the passenger side footwell area. So basically where the computer was in the Gloria, that joins together there, and that pipe goes to 3-inch at that point. So that should be totally up for the task for the power levels of this car. It shouldn't be a problem at all. So I've put these fittings on here. Dash 10, it's probably a bit big for what it needs, but it's fine. Dash 10 weld-ons, male weld-ons, and we're going to build. You have to excuse the absolute mess everywhere. Got all the fittings and hoses and everything in here, and I've got to build a catch can of some description for it. So it's a bit of room there, could go there, that would be nice. Some room there, bit close to very, very hot things, and if oil comes out of the catch can system, can cause a lot of smoke or even fire, so that's not ideal. There's also some room over in that corner there, so I'll make up my mind and I'll get something done shortly. It needs to be. There's that random zoom that this thing does. Is it going to zoom back? Oh yeah, look at that. It's great grey. It's great grey. So I'll make up my mind on that and get that sorted out over the weekend at some stage. Now the turbo outlet, a lot of people will go right there where that's highlighted, just above that clamp. They'll go a hard 90-degree fitting there, a weld-on cast fitting, and come over the top of the power steering hoses and stuff that are there, or even shift them so that they can come straight out of that. And that's fine. You end up with a shorter plumbing, but it's not ideal having sharp bends, right? So sharp bends are not good, but long distance is not good either. So in this case, I've just run the pipe down underneath, just run a larger radius and come down underneath, over the top, back into basically the original plumbing that was in the car at that point. So that's 2.5-inch, opens up to 3-inch, goes through the intercooler. Over the other side here, we've it's an interesting one. It comes 3-inch from the intercooler, goes to 2 3/4-inch to come up past the windscreen washer bottle, and then it's zoomed in again. There we go. That's madness. Then it goes back to 3-inch just here, which is really strange, but never mind. Rather than reinventing the whole system, we just ran with that. I did replace some pretty yucky fittings that were down here on the intercooler system. I've tidied that up. It's a lot better than what it was for the guy. So that's another Turbo Smart Race Port version 5 blow off valvey thingy. So welded that onto his pipe for him. Looks alright, looks pretty good. And going to do something with the fuel lines as well. They're just standard rubber fuel hoses with hose tails into the fuel rail system. So I want to replace those with Teflon hoses with AN fittings, just a bit of safety factor in those compared to the hose tails. Under the rocker cover here, when I took that off to put our weld-on fittings, I found that we had a bit of a problem, and that problem related to some wear on the cams and the rockers, which is a pretty common thing for SR20s. Let's have a look in here, shall we? See how I put all this stuff in a nice little container so it doesn't get his car dirty. We're just going to throw it on the floor because I've totally run out of bench space. These are junk. These are junk because this one in particular, look at the state of that. How hot do you reckon that's been? Pretty hot. Can you see that? Look at the dent in that. So this has had an oil starvation issue. Might be able to, oh yeah, you can see that it's caved in right in the middle of the screen there compared to the rest of it. That should be a nice even radius right across the whole surface. More like that one. That's not ideal, but so they have a inside the head there. My phone is zooming in and out all over the place. This is this DJI system, does this all by itself. There we go. It's back. They have an oil bar that runs from the back of the head towards the front. It's got little holes in the bar and it squirts oil onto the cam lobes to lubricate it, and those get blocked up and then don't get lubrication, and then you kill your camshafts and you kill your cam followers like that. So we've put customer supplied another set of Tomy Pone cams, and we've fitted those, and we've fitted not brand new, we fitted new cam followers that I reconditioned basically and made sure they were in good shape and not going to cause any problems. So we've done that as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a job. It's taken a lot longer than what I was initially planning because the extra work involved with doing the camshafts and stuff. Although it's not too much of a job on these things, not too bad at all. So a little bit of work to do here still with our harness. You can see there's some exposed wires and everything there. The original manifold that was in this, it was not a good high quality Synco one. It was, I don't know what it was something else, and that cracked through fire and hot gases and nasty burny stuff at his engine harness and basically killed it. So we've got to sort that out as well. So pretty big job. I've been pretty busy, and I apologize that I didn't follow through with some videos of the stuff that was going on. I did record a lot of it. I've just binned it basically. It was like, nah, it's too cobbled together, it's not going to flow and work nicely, and you guys won't be interested, so I chucked it. We've got a dyno tune booked over the boys at DTEC on the 7th, so we'll do a bit of filming with that. Hopefully it's going to be interesting. Hopefully we don't have any problems with it. Alright, I think it's time to go and have a cold drink and enjoy your weekend. And just a note on the end of this. Hang on, let's see if we can swap the camera around. Just heard some bad news today that the New Zealand motorsport community and his friends and family, etc. We've lost Clark Proctor. He's passed away. Apparently it was a short illness. As I understand it, he was in an induced coma for some reason, and he's gone. So a cool character in the community lost. So RIP to him, and full respects to family and friends. Sucks, like, not a good time. He was a bit of a character. Had a V6 turbo powered, I think it's like a Mark 1 Ford Escort Coupe that he raced in GT Series racing in New Zealand in the Targa Rally at a R35 GTR. It's one of the earlier guys to get involved with modifying those and turning those into race cars and doing cool things. Bumped into him a few times over the years. I can't call him a mate, I didn't know him that well. Always good to talk to, always interested in cars, keen as to get involved with events and stuff like that. He's an awesome character, so really sad to see him gone, but it's the way things go. It's life. All we can do is live it to the fullest and enjoy it. So, anyway, on a lighter note, I've got more work to do tomorrow because I didn't get enough done this week. I've got to finish this catch can on this car tomorrow, get it back out of the shed, get the Gloria back on the hoist, up in the air. I've got a certifier coming to have a look at it. I need to get it ready for that. Then I need to get the March off the race car trailer, the Silvia onto the race car trailer, the March back inside to put it out of the way, and take ourselves over to Tauranga. That's not next week, it's the week after. So, yeah. Alright. Cheers, bye.